Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Business News for the day. Among our top stories is the US dollar edging up in the credit report. Also, we have a story about KRA tying the loose ends when it comes to tax cheats in the country. You are all much welcomed to the Money Daily YouTube channel. My name is Afagza Sifuna. If you are new here, kindly consider subscribing to this channel because I'm out here each and every day bringing you awesome information, awesome insights around business, investing, and personal finance. Thanks for subscribing. On to the first news. The US dollar has edged up in the credit report, and this is a credit report by the US, whereby there's a report around senior loan officers giving insights, in other words, opinion. And this report actually indicates that the economy has gotten better. In other words, it's become less gloomy. More so, after the first quarter shake by the Feds, we're seeing more and more stability. And with this, it tells you that the US dollar has edged up in the credit report, and we're seeing the sterling pound mark timing around its all-time high over the past 1 year. What does this mean to Kenya? Most likely, we're gonna see the Kenyan currency depreciate compared to the US dollar, assuming all factors held constant, because the US dollar is the currency of trading internationally. If it becomes more stable and other countries out there maintain the status quo, it means that the US dollar is gonna appreciate versus those other countries' currencies. In this context, we're talking about the Kenyan currency, Kenya shilling, might depreciate in the next few weeks, in the next few months following this. But hopefully, it won't really depreciate that much to pass maybe the margin of 140. Do you think the Kenya shilling is going to depreciate? And then, the second piece of business news I want to share with you is news with regards to there being now possibility of you hiding your name and even your contact when you're sending money through M-Pesa. There is a company called Siri Yangu Limited, which has developed an application called Privy Pay. This app is an interface between money transfer and privacy of individuals. You can choose to hide your identity while sending money. Of course, this could work against some key areas and also promote some key areas. When it comes to security, it could be a challenge. But we're seeing, for example, people out there who want to donate money to charities, and yet they don't want to reveal their names. As such, this application is going to be very, very fundamental because people are going to be able to send money while also ensuring their privacy by not revealing their names or even their phone number. I can't wait to see how this is going to pick in the country because, truth be told, this is a game changer. No question about it, this is a game changer. And then, the third piece of business news I want to share with you is with regards to President Dr. William Samoei Ruto arming KRA to go hard on collecting tax and ensuring that the country meets its revenue objectives. What do I mean? Of course, we saw yesterday there was a tabling of the Finance Bill 2023 in Parliament. This was the onset of amendments to the tax law in the country, whereby we're bound to see increase in rates across different areas. For example, there being an increase in pay for those earning over 500,000 Kenya shillings. For example, there being an increase in taxes on betting, on sugar, there being an increase on VAT, on talking about fuel, whereby you're going to see VAT double from 8 to 16%, and so forth. Beyond that, what most Kenyans don't know is that also currently we have the Tax Tribunals Act and Tax Procedures Act also on the table for amendment. And in essence, the key amendments in this is to actually assist KRA go after the cheats with no problem. And secondly, to deal with matters around relief, whereby at the moment, in case there's doubt around relief, of course, the taxpayer has an upper hand. But with this change, it's gonna mean that in case there is any that around relief, then the authority is gonna have its way. This is also going to change how the tax law in the country works and also how the mechanisms work. But the key takeaway of this is that if you are a business person out there, then be sure you give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, because this law is going to really go hard on cheats out there. And then the fourth piece of business news I want to share with you, also relating to tax, is that landlords out there are going to be required to submit taxes on rental income within 24 hours upon them receiving rent. Yes, guys, this is also cooking and it's gonna have a huge impact. Reason being, at the moment, we're talking about landlords out there submitting tax to the government by the 20th of each month. For example, today is May. By the 20th of May, ideally, is when landlords out there need to submit tax to the government for the month of April. But now, with this proposed change, we're talking about landlords out there are going to be required to submit and actually file to that effect tax within 24 hours of receiving rental income. And we're talking about tax on rental income being 10%. And at the moment, we're talking about there being a charge of 10% for those who collect upwards of 24,000 per month. But with this law, we're going to talk about landlords are going to have a headache remitting tax because they're going to be required to remit tax within 24 hours of receipt, which is going to be a very, very huge shift. And then the fifth and last piece of business news I want to talk to you about is there is hope with regards to reviving of Mumias Sugar Company. Why am I saying so? It's because creditors have requested that there be a new administrator to manage the collapsed Mumias Sugar. Of course, we all know the past number of years haven't been easy for the sugar industry in the country. Most are talking about big companies led by Mumias Sugar Company shutting down. Of course, the production has been going on different capacities, small scale, reviving, again going down, reviving, going down, and so forth. But now there is a request that the court and also there to be a new administrator, and the court comes into picture because this administrator is going to be required to file relevant reports with the court as and of when they have agreed upon and is required. Starting point for the new administrator is going to be to file the status with regards to all the assets and also chattels owned by Mumias Sugar Company Limited. So just to bring forth clarity with regards to the state of the going concern of that entity, and even so, how creditors out there are going to be able to be paid. And of course, of interest even to government and people out there, how Mumias Sugar is going to be revived over time if and only if it's an option. Guys, those are the 5 big pieces of news with regards to the business front today, which I wanted to share with you. What do you think about these pieces of business news? Thanks a lot for watching. I look forward to share with you other awesome business news next time. Cheers and you all take care.